Yeah, I know my hair looking crazy. What's up, y'all? Out there. Just can't get my hair done because, boy, can't get my hair done because all the shops are closed. But it is what it is. Today I want to talk about when you have a lot. I've heard Les Brown say this, and I want to just say how true it is. It When you have a large vision, see that my goals, they're big. When you have a large vision, you got to be strong. You got to be strong because the failures that are going to come with this vision to get in there, you're not going to get there easy. There's going to be failures. There's going to be heartbreaks. There's going to be a lot. I've had a high, strong vision. And on my way to the top of my visions, there has been trials and tribulations. There's been deceit with friends, people that had entered and left my life, and it hurt, and some of it was happy. But those are all the trials that you have to go to get to your larger vision. Now, Les Brown was saying when he was getting to his larger vision, to being a public speaker, and he finally got out there and made the crowd like really roar for him. And he called the girl that he was talking to, and he's like, "Hey, look, you hear them? They want an encore. I'm doing good, baby. This blah 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 blah." And then a man in the background's like, "Tell him." And he's like, "Home, who was that?" And he's like, "Sorry, Les, I'm seeing someone else." And he's like, "Oh, what? Wait a minute, blah 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 blah." And then she hung up, and he had to go back out there on stage after a heartbreak. And when he went out there on stage, that he said with tears, when you have a larger vision, you better make sure it's large enough because some things is gonna make you cry. And they thought he had the Holy Spirit, and he stayed out there for an hour crying and yelling it out and all that, just getting the anger out. And that, I remember listening to that, and that sticks with me well. Having a larger vision and knowing the larger the vision, the harder the obstacle might be, or more challenging the obstacle might be. And there have been obstacles in my life. I don't want to go into specific details. The people that are close to me know. There have been objects in my life that I thought was a good thing, or I thought was cool, or whatever the case is, and it dropped like a heavy anchor out of my life. And it's gonna take some getting used to doing, because this situation is kind of messed up, and there's a lot of lying and deceitfulness and misunderstanding and miscommunication. But hey, this is what my videos are for. You want to make sure that in all your friendships, your relationships, or whatever, that you have that you have communication, understanding, realization, being real. You want to develop a friendship, and you want to not get to a point where you're ignoring your intuition. How do you harness your intuition? We'll talk about that on another video. But you have to, your inner gut is pretty much gonna tell you the real. My inner gut been telling me, And people been telling me, and I've been searching, and I found the anchor that slammed. But this is all a part of the bigger vision for me to make myself the better version of myself I can possibly be, to keep making myself stronger and better and wiser, making it to the top. You know, to the top, Kurt, it is. And that's how it's always going to be. I will make it to the top. I will be successful. I will be what I want to be. And it's just, at this time, duration. And all I can be is a vessel or a living testimony to the fact that the larger your visions, the more challenges you're going to face. And it's going to be very challenging. Some of the stuff gonna make you cry. Some of the stuff is gonna make you super duper upset. You gonna go backwards too. You might forget that you on the road to your goals. You might get frustrated and then take a break. But you got to keep going, and you got to remember, you got to have a big enough why on why am I trying to get to these goals. Now check them. Go on over there. Them my goals up there. I don't want to, I have a big enough why on why I want them goals to come. And so it doesn't matter what obstacles that are getting my way, what people that I have to lose, what people that I have to gain. I made the decision. I know where I'm at, and then I'll head in the direction where I need to go. And on the way, there'll be bumps and bruises in the streets. There'll be potholes that I can't drive over, and it'll bust my wheels. It'll be all of that, but you gotta be prepared. Prepared for all of that, because that helps you grow. It helps you grow as a person. And it's good to have people in your corner that see life from a different point of view, to make sure you're not deviating from where you need to go, or you're not making mistakes, or any of that. Oh, excuse me, I'm tired. You want to get to a point where you relentlessly move forward regardless of any circumstances or any type of failures. You want to look at failures as they're not failures. They're just, I'm at this specific point in my development and there's a blockage. Let's figure out what the blockage is. Let's correct it and let's move forward. Now, I got 2 years of memories of this specific incident, or this specific person, or whatever. I don't want to go in details. And yeah, it hurts, but it's for the better good. I wish no harm on the person or anything. It's just time to move forward and get reacquainted with me and get myself together and make these things happen. I got some great things that are coming ahead, and I need to refocus back on them. And like I said, if you got things that you got going on in your life that you're trying to get, by all means, use me as a vessel. Listen to the words that are coming from my mouth. You can get there. You could get anywhere you want to be in life. You just gotta go in the direction. And I've have to admit that I'm at my point where I took there was distractions in my life, and it distracted me from me, the developed me. All these great videos that I've been giving you guys, and I can be giving you guys, has been on postponed because of distractions, which is the ego's biggest defense mechanism. And I'm not gonna do this to you guys anymore. It's a disservice to you. It's a disservice to me. And I'm trying to set an example for the world, and not just the people that listen to this video, because eventually this channel will blow up. Eventually you guys will see me on television or wherever I'm going to be at. Eventually something's going to click, and I have another awareness of the next level. And when people leave your life or somebody done something wrong to you, you know, try to find two positive things about it. Don't focus on all the negativity so much. That's what your brain wants you to do. Forgive them and move on. Forgive them and move on. Does that mean they could come back in your life and do the same mistake? No, don't let them do that, but forgive them. Because ultimately in non-duality, you're forgiving yourself. Forgive yourself by forgiving them, because in non-duality, they are a part of you. One spirit, different body. And that particular experience with you led to this. So you have to let it go. You have to start letting go of some of your past traumas. You got to let go of some of the stuff that you've done to yourself that hurt you. Because the only way you're going to harness your intuition and your intuition be super duper strong, where at the point where, man, the difference between your intuition and your monkey mind talking is your intuition going to keep saying the same thing over and over and over again. And you're going to keep rejecting it, and it'll go away, and then it'll subtly come back. Monkey mind, you're going to keep saying some goofy stuff that you've been saying, and you can probably just dispel that stuff. But when intuition or the God or the universe or the inner you starts talking to you, you going to know your heart is going to flare. Especially at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's why I stress the importance of meditation, of try to get in your car and drive with no radio on. Listen to your thoughts. Know who you are. Get back in tune to who you are. People make mistakes. People are on robot mode out there. You might have some bad breakups. You might have some friends that left your life. It was for a reason. So take the time of sorrow and the time when stuff happens to you. Take that time to get better. Take that time to move forward. Take that time to strive. Take that time to recreate yourself and give yourself a bigger why and have a bigger vision for yourself. You only got one life to live, as souls we know of. Make this the best life you could possibly make. Abundancy, wealth, great relationship, meaningful relationships. If you're trying to become a better person and you are becoming a better person, you know, everybody's not, not 100%, you try your best. If you're trying to be a good person and the person that's been in your life this whole time leaves you, that means they miss the old you. And they can't deal with the new you. So release them. And if you get upset and you start running in your head, the monkey mind start running different ideas in your head, reflecting back on the bad times and stuff, practice this muscle called release. I don't give a F-U-C-K. Start doing that. Release that stuff. You shouldn't leave that type of stuff in your psyche anyway. And if you have problems with it, like I said, every time it come up, you're like, I forgive this person and I release these thoughts. And you'll start burning a paradigm in your head, or a new program to forgive them. You have to forgive. I figured life out. We stubborn as human beings. We are. You got to forgive people, because ultimately you forgiving yourself. So that's what I wanted to tell you guys, and I'm sorry if I ain't been making videos and being inconsistent. I had distractions in my life and they are released. So yeah, I will see you soon. Peace.